Today we're going to talk about those price increases on Princess Specialty Dining and really what that means between if you should be buying no package, the plus package, or the premier package. I'm going to lay it out for you so that you can decide what's best for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today it is April 15th of 2025, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please click on that subscribe button, and if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Now, let's start at the very top. So going into effect today, Princess has new pricing on their specialty dining. If you have never sailed on Princess, Princess, like the other cruise lines, has the dining that is included as well as dining that costs extra if you choose to dine in those dining locations. So first of all, it's going to vary a little bit by which ship you're on. If you happen to be sailing on any ship, any Princess ship except for the Sun Princess or the Star Princess, the price for specialty dining is going to be $55, and then when you add that 18% gratuity to it, that's going to bring the total to $64.90 per person. Now, if you are going to sail on the Sun Princess or the Star Princess, that is going to be $60 for that specialty dining. When you add that 18% gratuity, it brings it to $70.80 every time you dine there. So truly, when you sail on the Sun Princess or the new Star Princess that will be debuting October 4th of 2025, just under 6 months away, it costs a little bit more, but I'm going to submit those dining venues are beautiful. They're even more wow than they are on the other ships, I think. And so let me tell you what you've got when you're going to go and kind of the way that you should be looking at it. So first of all, let's talk about what's covered in the Plus package. When you do the Plus package, we always talk about what is included there. I've got lots of videos about it, but the three main takeaways are your Wi-Fi, your gratuities, and your beverage package. When you do the Plus package, you also get 2 casual dinings, no matter which how long the cruises that you're going to be on. When you do the Premier package, you get also the very important big things. There are some other small things, but those are really the big deals. With the Premier package, you also get the beverage package. You get coverage up to $20 beverage, whereas on the Plus, you would only get your beverages covered up to $15 each. So if you order a beverage and it's $17, you pay $2. That's how that works. But on the Premier package, you also get the same Wi-Fi. It's just as fast as with the Plus, but you get 4 devices, and then you get the gratuities covered as well. Those are the big deals, except for with the Premier package, you also get unlimited specialty dining and you get unlimited photos. All your photos that are taken of you for the whole trip are included with the Premier package. So this is really where the big difference comes in with this price increase that Princess has just announced for their specialty dining. So if you're sailing on the Sun or the Star Princess, you're making those dining reservations, you only have to eat in specialty dining 3 times during the course of a 7-day cruise to pay for that price difference. So with all of the different specialty dining options that are available on the Sun and will soon be available on the Star, that's a no-brainer because you could eat at a different specialty dining every single night of a 7-night cruise and not repeat yourself. So let me tell you which ones those are on the Sun and Star. So you've got the Crown Grill, you've got the teppanyaki, and the Umai Hot Pot. Those are in the same restaurant, so usually it comes under the same heading, but they're 2 different dining venues, different food, so you could do one evening and the other another evening. You've also got the Butcher Block by Dario, you've got the Catch by Rudy, and you've also got Mikado Ocean. And so when you consider all of those are all specialty dining. Spellbound, Chef's Table, those are not specialty dining. Those are experiential dining. Those are priced differently. A very important note that I've got to you regarding these changes in specialty dining is not only is the price changing for the specialty dining, but Love by Brito on the Sun Princess and soon to come Star Princess is being added to the specialty dining lineup. Now, before now, Love by Brito was $79 and it wasn't considered a specialty dining. It was more considered experiential dining. You wouldn't be making the reservation the same under specialty dining. Like I said, it was more experiential dining at $79. So with Princess adding it to the lineup for the specialty dining, it sounds like the price is going to $60. So if any of you book a reservation to go on the Center of the Star in the next few days and you notice that the price has changed for Live by Brito, please let us know. I think it's really interesting that they are taking this dining experience and putting it over in specialty. And it's not that I feel like that's a demotion at all, but it's a definite shift, because when Love by Brito came, it was supposed to be a very remarkable experience. People report that the dining experience they have in Love by Brito is truly second to none. So it'll be interesting to see as they make this shift, if anything changes with that overall experience, if the dining experience, if the quality of the food stays the same. So I'm really excited to see what we think, and I'm looking forward. I'm going to try it out when we're on the Star Princess in October. So let me know what your experience is in the meantime, because it's really fun that we're all here together. I know we've got people sailing on the Sun Princess, so let us know how that Love by Brito is shaping up. And so truly, when you go on one of those ships, it's really easy. The Center of the Star, definitely get the Premier package if you're going to enjoy that dining. Now, if you go on a smaller ship, I have always said that it really depends on how you feel about that specialty dining in order to make it worth, paying for the Premier package. And here is where the magic is, if you want my opinion. And I'm here to tell you. Sometimes, I love to read everybody's comments, and some people go on a cruise and they don't want to pay anything extra for dining. They love that they can go to the buffet, the main dining room. We've got the International Cafe on Princess, all of these options, and the food up by the pool. So many options of food that's included, so people don't want to pay for it. Other people go on a cruise, and this is a really great time to have a really special dining experience. You want to go to that specialty dining. And so if you are going to do that, even if you're just sailing on a ship that only has Sabatinis and Crown Grill, for example, because that's the case on some of the smaller ships, if you enjoy the cuisine in those locations, you enjoy that dining venue, you enjoy the extra special attention that you get when you dine in those places, it is very much worth it. So kind of think that over. Not too long ago, I shared with you when we were on the Coral Princess, we were graciously invited for a birthday dinner by Emil and Lori, so we went, and reading through that menu on the Crown Grill, so this is very recent, this was just in March of this year, there were so many dining options. I could have eaten there every night of the cruise, not repeated what I had eaten, and enjoyed every single evening. And so you don't have to just think of eating like, I'm going to eat in the Crown Grill once on my 7-day cruise, and I'm going to eat there in Sabatini's once on my 7-day cruise as well, because there are so many menu options. And think of what Princess is doing with the Sabatini's announcement they made with that Frescobaldi family. Like, this is fantastic. The other thing that I want to add about it is really kind of analyze what you're truly going to enjoy when you're on your cruise. I think sometimes it's really easy when we're home, we're trying to be budget conscious, or just thinking, you know what, I'm just going to get on the ship and relax. I don't even want to worry about fancy drinks. I don't want to worry about specialty dining. But if you book the Plus package, the world of drinks opens up to you. Even if, like, Gordon and I don't drink alcoholic beverages, but we have tried so many delicious mocktails. We love that we can get as many bottles of water as we want. Things like that can make all the difference. And then if you book the Premier package, you maybe are going to go on your cruise and think, we'll just have specialty once or twice. But you get there and it tastes better than you thought, or you have, remarkable service, and you're like, I think I could enjoy this more. Then you've got that option to do that and not pay any more than you're already paying. So I want to hear from all of you in the comments, kind of how is it that you look at it when you're deciding if you're going to get no package, or you're going to get the Plus package, or you're going to get the Premier package, because I am very much of an advocate of you don't want to pay for anything that you're not going to use. Very much you don't want to pay for anything that you're not going to use. If you are not a person who is Platinum or Elite, when you're Platinum or Elite, you get to have your Wi-Fi for half off. But if you are not Platinum or Elite, it is just a no-brainer pretty much to get the Plus package, because it includes your Wi-Fi, it includes those gratuities, and a beverage package. So unless you're just happy drinking they have regular coffee at the buffet that's available, and you can have that regular coffee in the main dining room as well. And they usually have, they always have water, tap water, and often they'll have lemonade or iced tea available in the buffet as well. And so those things are included. And if you're really happy with that, then why would you pay for anything else? But if you want anything else, it doesn't take very much to make it worthwhile to go ahead and buy the package. And so make sure that you pay attention to what you really use when you go and what you should pay for the next time you want to go. But this deal with specialty dining, I'm not excited the price went up. I understand why the price went up, very much so, but I am really excited about the new dining that Princess is bringing on board their ships and what they're doing to try to make it an elevated and a really nice dining experience. When I say that, I want you to know that the main dining room experience is still lovely, but when you want something extra special, specialty dining is generally what you want. Another very important note that I've got for you is with these price changes, the prices are also changing for children who are age 3 to 12 who come to a specialty dining restaurant. It is going to be, for the $55 charge, it will be $27.50 for children aged between 3 and 12. And so once someone is 13, they pay the adult price. And then on the ships on the Sun and Star, where it is $60 for that fee, it will be $30 for children 3 to 12. So if a child is under the age of 3, there is no charge for them. And I don't know how many children under the age of 3 go to specialty dining anyway. So let us know what you see as far as children and specialty dining go. If you take your children with you to specialty dining, do you feel like they get their money's worth? It's a whole conversation, isn't it? So let us know what you think. So let me know in the comments how often you eat in specialty dining, what you think about all this, and any other things you think we ought to be thinking about when we do those calculations to decide if it's worth it or not for us. So thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.